I know, right? There's a new addition.
I can't wait till she gets here.
We have some fun things lined up for this video. We have a new addition coming, as well as some quick DIY makeover and a brand new project idea lined up. Can't wait to share it with you guys, so grab that cup of whatever you're drinking, get cozy, and let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Mark.
And we're the Yo-Hos. So today we're starting in the kitchen. I need to get rid of half of this stuff, clear off the counters, give it a really good clean, and make way for something that is very exciting coming our way, hopefully by the end of this video. First off is these coffee makers. We just want to have one coffee maker. So I'm just going to clear off this side and kind of reassess. I feel like I want to put the air fryer in this corner. Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's continue. I'm kind of having a hard time with this air fryer here. I don't know if it's just getting used to it or it is so big. It's fantastic, but I don't know, it just looks weird if I face it forward. So I might have to just leave it like that. I don't know, just kind of on a wee angle. I don't know, but we use it like every single day. Let's start loading the little coffee area over there. This is fun. I love reorganizing things. Oh, and my battery's about to die. These things are fantastic. They have like a roller on the bottom. And if you like have your something up into the corner, it like pulls it back. See? Pretty handy, right? Take this air fryer and put it in that back corner because it's a waste of space, that back corner. Yeah, let's hope it works because she's heavy. These past few winter months have been so cold and so miserable. Like I said before, I don't know, I just can't get myself going. I feel at a lull. So I find I start cleaning. And I don't know why I do this, but it just helps me kind of clear my head. And I don't know, it helps me get things going. And obviously it feels good when everything's clean. But I don't know, is anybody else like this? Well, the day has come. This had this knob on it. I had repainted this quite a while ago. I was just going to do a very quick rundown because I do have a full video on this little bread box that I made over. I got it from the thrift store. I only paid, I think it was $3.99 for it. So it was a good little steal. I wasn't overly invested in it, which was nice. I just liked the shape of it. I gave it a very, very good clean because who knows what this thing has seen in its past. The tag gave me a little bit of an issue. I just used my trusty dollar store scraper, which I have now upgraded. Gave it a very good degrease with a degreaser, and if you are questioning what kind to use, go have a check back or do a little research. I have a couple of different ones. I have Simply Green and I also have a straight up TSP. Regardless, the stuff is not the greatest on your hands, so wear some gloves. I then rinsed off that residue with some warm water and a cloth just to make sure I got all of the degreaser off so it didn't interfere with the paint. I also pulled out all of these little pegs. Now some of them were missing to begin with and I didn't really want them on there, so I just gave it a good chunk of wood fill and tried to smooth it as best as possible, and they worked just fine. And once that was all dry, it was ready for paint. Now I am just using some chalk paint that I had on hand. I just liked the color. I was feeling spring at the moment, and voila, here's the finished product. So that was back in 2022. It's held up just fine. All the paint looks lovely still. Fast forward to present day. I'm just not feeling the color anymore. I really like the color. I just find it doesn't look great in the kitchen. So I actually have just some black chalk paint. And this thing does not owe me anything. I made it over a few years ago. And I want to give it a good clean. And then I'm just going to paint right over top because I want it to blend in. I don't want it to stand out. And I think this color and these counters, they're not the greatest together. And everything else we have for our small appliances are black or silver. So I feel like black might look nice. And if it doesn't look okay, I'll just paint it again. Not that big of a deal. That's what I'm doing. And I think I'm gonna bust out my paintbrush that I don't use very often, and I'm very excited about it. Pretty sure this will probably, I don't know that I'm gonna do the whole thing with this, but I'm definitely doing all the little edges and stuff. So same thing goes here. I'm going to give it a good degrease. I didn't clean it because obviously it's mine, so it doesn't need to be cleaned. So I did give it a good degrease because there was a lot of croissant fingerprints on it. Okay, I'm just going to let this dry, and then I'm going to put some of these furniture pads underneath, so then it's easier to pull out and back from the back of the counter. And I can also paint it and be able to get right down to the bottom without having to move it. This was silver and I sprayed it years ago, so it's actually done really well. Oh. I don't know about this paint, you guys. Once I use it, I will know if it's good or not. Oh yeah, she's fine. This little mini makeover, you guys, it just, I don't know, it just sparked some creativity, and I feel like I needed something. These winter months are harsh. Well, this was something I wasn't expecting to be doing today. You guys, it's been snowing and crappy. It's nice and sunny today, which is a huge bonus, but I don't know, I just wasn't feeling overly creative. So this really helped my creativity just kind of start up, and we have, I think, a new project that I will tell you about later on in the video. Actually, we'll both tell you about it and describe what we hopefully will be starting very soon, if not this weekend, if all goes well. Pretty excited. You probably noticed me over brushing this thing. This paint was so thick that I kept having to water it down, but I don't know, it covered really nicely. I only had to do the one coat, so that's even better. But yeah, I just keep watching over and over. It's so satisfying, but like, how many times do I need to brush one spot? It's because of the chunks. All right, I found a foam brush. I think this will do the trick. I'm just gonna load it up. This paint is a little chunky, but this should be good, I would think. Here, I'll do it that way. I find when I do this, it doesn't bring up enough, so I just push it down instead. It's actually looking really good. I like it much better. So now I told you because of the chunks in this paint, or like the thickness of this paint, I changed to this sponge brush. Now this sponge brush is fantastic, especially with black or darker paints. You see every brush stroke typically. I probably should have rolled this on with like a little dense foam roller, but I didn't feel like it. Again, I was just in the moment. This was totally a spur of the moment thing. I did not intend on doing this today. I was just using what I had and just going with it and let the creativity just happen. So I wasn't fully equipped, and I was too lazy to go find stuff. That's better. Let's see what that does. You know what? This is actual chalk paint. Like, we could draw on this and like I'll write like bread. Oh man, that will not be happening. So I'm laughing here. Obviously black chalk paint, but I didn't put the two and two together. I guess any chalk paint you could probably write on. But I knew the second I touched where it was dry, my fingers, and they're not even dusty because I'm just doing what I'm doing right now, but you could see fingerprints. No, wasn't happening. So now I was on the hunt to find some clear coat that I had in my stash right here in my craft cupboard. I think the only thing I have in my stash right here at this moment, rather than having to go downstairs, because I'm still cleaning the kitchen. I just want this thing to dry and move on. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just a quick flip. I have Podge, like Mod Podge. So I'm going to give it a whirl. Again, this owes me nothing. And here's a little experiment for you guys. I'm positive that it's going to be just fine, but I don't even know if I have enough and how old the stuff is. Like, I need to replenish my stash, but until you go to use it, you don't know if it's good or not. So needless to say, this stuff was a little chunky too. I shook them both really well, but I guess they're just so old. And again, I don't use this stuff on the regular. And if I did, I would have a fresh stash. But I just kept watering it down as I was going, just literally wetting the paintbrush and giving a little of a squeeze with some paper towel and reapplying. And it was fine. It smoothed out nicely. Actually, I am pretty impressed at what a half butt job I've done of this. And it actually looks beautiful. So very, very user friendly and foolproof. So there you go. I'm gonna wait to see how this dries and the front, and then before I do the sides, because I might have just, started at the front. Not a great idea. You should start when you can't see it. Especially when you're using a top coat that's about 40,000 years old. And yeah, there's that. Mark's practicing. He's got a couple of gigs lined up for this month, so that's exciting. Let's go see him. Careful, don't fall down the stairs. Hello!
Oh, hi there. When did you come in?
A little while ago. There's a new edition coming. So excited.
We're very excited.
I can't wait till she gets here.
I think she's here.
What?
Let's go see. Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Scalpel. Get. That's not helping. You're gonna fall through.
Oh no.
That's not a very strong box.
Oh no. What's happening now?
So we are very excited to introduce
our new coffee machine.
All right. We have to follow the tutorial.
Look at all this
Mark.
stuff.
I know, don't open it all yet. We have to follow the instructions. Everybody's so excited. FOMO. So a little explanation as to why we got this bougie but coffee maker. It was for our Valentine's Day present to each other, and normally we don't do the whole Valentine's Day thing, like maybe a card here and there. Nothing too crazy because it's very commercialized, as we all know. Yep. But that was our special treat, and Mark's birthday and Christmas. So we decided to just take the plunge right into the coffee.
We did it. Absolutely.
So remember when I told you about the new project that we're starting?
Oh, I remember, yes.
Yeah, well, of course you do. I'm telling them.
Ah,
These cupboards behind us here, let me show you, are very big. And I mean, I'm not being braggy. It's a mess. So Mark is going to build some drawers because I want all of this organized, and the pots and pans down there are breaking my body to go dig down deep to get those. When we first moved in here, this shelf here was only like this wide. So you had to literally get right in the cupboard and get right back to the back.
That's craziness.
Ridiculous. So that's our first project. Mark is a master drawer builder. So Mark is going to get busy this weekend, hopefully, because as it stands, we have like probably about 3 feet of snow in the backyard.
It's fine. This weekend, Valentine's Day will have already passed, so here's hoping you had a great Valentine's Day.
Oh, our family day is coming up too. Is that this weekend?
Long weekend!
Have a happy family day, you guys. Forget Valentine's Day.